Hi, Mr. Franklin here, and welcome to this worksheet on wave behavior. We're going to get to experience some reflection and refraction. So you click on the worksheet, it's going to open up, and then you're going to click on this little link here, and it's going to take you to the physics classroom. What you're going to do is you're going to scroll down just a little bit, and you may need to do side-by-side windows. And then what you can do, the first thing is you can click this little arrow in the upper left corner and make it full screen. And so now you can just manipulate the item. You can alt tab and switch between browsers, and you can also just hit escape to re-minimize it. And then what you should do is we're going to practice setting up and working with the simulation here. So I'm going to go full screen. Buttons across the top will play the animation of a laser. So what you have is here is a laser beam emitter, and then it's going to hit the laser is traveling. Laser is light, right? It's going to travel through the medium on the top, and then it's going to travel through a medium on the bottom. And when it changes mediums, something might happen. We can clear and we can reset it. We can grab the laser and we can move it anywhere on the board. We can click reset, which resets it to the starting point, and we can hide the partial reflection, which what that means is we only see the bending of the light, whereas if we were to actually show it, what you might see depending on the liquid is you might see a partial reflection. So the instructions will tell you what to use, but we might do that to minimize the confusion. So the next button up here is the show protractor, which is really what we're going to use because now we can actually measure angles. And so we will talk about that in just a second. We can change the medium. So right now we've got it set. Let me reset here. We've got the vacuum, and in the bottom we've got, looks like water, but we could do oil on the top and change it to an unknown substance. So we can change the bottom, which is these 4 buttons over here, and we can change the top, which are the 4 buttons over here. Those are the controls. So let's go and let's take a look at our first practice run here and make sure we understand kind of the instructions for our lab. So the first one, we're going to set vacuum to water, and we're going to set the laser angle to 66, which is the default. And then we're going to measure the refracted, which is the bent angle. So let's go back to the gizmo. We're going to go vacuum to air, vacuum to water, vacuum to water. I've got the protractor set in the middle. I'm going to play go, and you can see. So how we read this is we're going to read it from the 90 degrees. So 90 degrees to the surface, we could say is the normal. So the angle we're looking at is this angle. We're measuring from here to here. That's called the angle of incidence. Okay, angle of incidence. Okay, so basically if it's a pure reflection, the angle it comes in is going to be the angle it bounces out, and guess what? It is. Okay, it's 66 degrees here, 66 degrees there. Now, refraction, we're going to look at what is the angle from the 90-degree line. So what is the angle this way? And in this case, it is, what is that? 42 or 43. And so that is the angle we are looking for. And so, yes, that is what we wrote down, is we got 43 degrees. Now, the next thing is we're looking for is, did it bend toward or away from the normal? So if you look at it, the angle here bent more towards the normal. What do I mean? If I were to draw this line straight from the laser, it should have gone, and if it was going in a straight line, it would have gone straight like that. But see how it actually changed its angle. So it moved closer towards the normal line. Normal is a physics word we've used before to mean 90 degrees to something. Okay, so it moved towards the normal, and it has an angle of 43 degrees from the normal. That's the angle of refraction. And we're going to try just one more together, and then I'm going to let you try these on the rest of them on your own. So what we're going to do is, it says we're going to vacuum to water, and we're going to set the laser angle to 30 degrees. So We've got vacuum and we've got water already. And now we're going to move this to 30 degrees. So I'm just going to take the laser and put it right on the protractor and put it right at 30 degrees. And I'm going to press play. And the laser does come at 30 degrees. So if I got it off, if I was off just a little bit and I press play, oh, that's not 30. So I'm just going to move it over so that it is at 30, and then I'm going to try again. Okay. So there's 30 degrees. And now I'm going to take a look at the angle. And because the protractor might be hard to see, this is where blowing it up a little bit in your screen might be helpful. But let's see, what angle is it now? It's about 21. It's not on 20, it's about 21. So 21 degrees. And so it was at 30, but now it's at 21. So it actually moved towards or away from the normal. Which way did it bend? You can hide that if you want. Did it bend towards or away? So one way to check is you could actually hold the ruler up to the deal or a sheet of paper and check the straight line of it. But the straight line of it should go straight through 30 degrees on the opposite end, right? Alternate interior angles, all that geometry stuff that you've been learning in math, that should be 30 degrees, but it's not. It actually bent, and now it's at 21 degrees or 20 degrees. So that's what you're going to do for all of them. This explains why when you look at a pencil in water, it bends or it's not even. So that's what we're exploring here. So you're going to do that for all of these. And then these bottom two, they're blank. So you're just going to try and see what you come up with. You can pick the angle yourself. And then tell me what happens as a result. See if you can find a medium and angle combination that only results in a reflection. It doesn't pass through the liquid. The rest of these questions are from your video notes. So please make sure you're referring to those to answer these questions. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher, and I will see you in the next video.